Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm Mark Bradberry. Please feel free to share Coffee Talk with others or maybe even brew a pot and invite some others to watch with you. But for now, grab a cup and join me if you will. Hey, have you ever gone through some sort of personal turmoil, some big trouble in your life? Maybe it's a broken relationship or a long illness or a loss of a job or, any sort of disheartening and frustrating circumstance that you may find yourself, and you've been disappointed by those you thought cared. Wow, that's never easy. People are imperfect. Maybe they were distracted, maybe they had other things going on in their lives, maybe they just didn't notice, or maybe they just flat out screwed up. But regardless, they weren't there for you in the way that you wanted. And that's a problem. So you gave up on them. Maybe you gave up on everybody. And you just thought to yourself a bit contemptuously, I don't need them. I don't need them at all. When people have really let you down, you may be tempted just to pull back into yourself, disconnect from others, self-reliance. That's the ticket. But then you think, all I need is God. So that sounds great. It sounds perfect even. You've heard it in church. All you need is God. But you take that and you put a little extra twist on it. You start to think to yourself, I just need to give it all to Him. I just need to cast all my cares upon God. If I only focus on Him, if I only look to Him, He will solve all my problems. He will calm all of my fears. He will give me peace. I don't need them, you think. So you pull back from others and you get alone with God. Now spending time with God is good. I don't want you to misunderstand that. But you've signed up instead to become an emotional monk, separated from those disappointing people. So you pray. Maybe you pray passionately. You start reading a lot of Bible verses. You post memes on Facebook. You listen to preachers. You try to give it all to God. You try to let go and let God. You try because that will show those people who needs them. But wait. You go along this process and something's just not working out. It doesn't feel right. I know, more faith, more trying, that's what you need. So you redouble your efforts because you should have the faith of a mustard seed, right? So you try even harder and you pray harder and you work harder at it and you write verses and you put Post-it notes on your mirror and you dig deep for more faith and more trying. But since you've isolated yourself, no one's calling to check on you. They don't even know what's going on. You think they hurt you. So you keep on trying, but all this trying is wearisome. All of it's wearing you out, and there's no burning bush experience to be found. You've gotten yourself into that personal monastic bubble. So your problems are still there. The frustrations are still there. And now on top of it, you're lonely. And maybe even on top of that, you're feeling a little angry and a little guilty. You feel upset and disappointed with the others. Maybe you're now disappointed with yourself, and maybe, just maybe, you're even disappointed with God. Some of us just give up at that point, tragically, because nothing's working. And they just become another lonely person who no longer cares. Look, you absolutely do need God. And you need one-on-one time with Him. But sometimes we misunderstand what it means to need God and how God actually works in our lives. Disappointment can lead us to make the grand mistake of isolating ourselves from others and denying responsibility for ourselves and for that personal contact. Disappointment is not an excuse for isolation. It's a danger, and it can lead us astray. And a misapplied catchphrase like "all I need is God" is not going to cut it, no matter how biblical it sounds. Substitution of inaction and isolation for biblical trust is demonstrated as an incomplete faith. James wrote, "Faith without works is dead, being unto itself." And that incomplete faith is exactly that, because there's no follow-through. So what do you do? How do you respond to this? Well, contrary to what your feelings might be telling you, the actual answer might just involve those imperfect people, reaching out to them even when you don't feel like it. Now, come back next time. We'll talk about this just a little bit more, but in the meantime, don't isolate yourself. God is near, and so are other people. Enjoy.